Greetings, fellow seekers. Today, we delve into the shadowy wilderness to explore a creature of brutish strength and conflicting minds, the Ettin. With its two heads, each bearing its own thoughts and voice, the Ettin is as unpredictable as it is powerful. Join us as we uncover its origins, anatomy, and the tales that solidify its place in legend and strike fear into the hearts of many. The Ettin, also known as the two-headed giant, has its roots in the ancient lore of the giant kin. According to tales, the Ettins are descended from one of Unum All-Father's sons, who bore two heads named Arno and Julian. This duality set them apart from their kin, their division in mind mirrored in their physical form. Another legend, though less substantiated, ties the creation of the first Ettins to Demogorgon, the demon lord of madness and chaos. In this tale, orcs who stumbled upon a forgotten temple dedicated to Demogorgon were cursed, transformed into the first Ettins as a punishment for their trespass. While the truth of these origins remains obscured by the mists of time, the Ettin's fractured nature reflects the chaos and primal forces that shaped its existence. An Ettin is a massive humanoid, standing over 13 feet tall and weighing upwards of 5,000 pounds. Its two heads, perched atop broad shoulders, are its defining feature. Each head is fully independent, possessing its own thoughts, personality, and perspective. Its body is covered in a patchwork of coarse hair, scars, and grime, often clad in crude armor cobbled together from scavenged materials. Ettins wield massive weapons, typically tree trunks, boulders, or twisted pieces of iron. Despite their crude appearance, these makeshift weapons can deliver devastating blows, capable of smashing through both walls and armor alike. The Ettin's heightened senses make it an exceptional tracker, able to navigate its rocky or forested domains with ease. However, this same duality often leads to inner conflict, as its heads bicker incessantly, even in the midst of battle. These creatures are solitary by nature, driven by a deep mistrust of others, including their own kind. They claim vast territories in rocky hills, deep forests, or mountain caves, where they dwell in isolation. Their lairs are typically strewn with the remains of their prey, crude treasures, and the occasional trophy from defeated intruders. Although they are brutish, Ettins are far from mindless. Their two heads often grant them a cunning edge, especially in setting traps or ambushes. Ettins are known to use their surroundings to their advantage, whether it be rolling boulders down slopes or luring prey into narrow ravines where escape is impossible. Its solitary nature and territorial instincts make it a dangerous presence in the wilds. They are rarely encountered in groups, as their constant bickering often leads to violent disputes. However, their strength and cunning have made them valuable pawns for more intelligent and manipulative creatures, such as hags or evil sorcerers, who've been known to bribe or coerce Ettins into serving as guardians or enforcers. For adventurers, an encounter with an Ettin is as much a test of strategy as it is of strength. Exploiting the rivalry between its two heads can create opportunities, but beware. Underestimating these creatures can lead to a swift and brutal demise. The Ettin has long haunted the stories of rural villages and wandering travelers. One of the most enduring tales tells of Boruk and Goruk, an Ettin whose heads were so consumed by hatred for one another that they could only agree on one thing: their desire to destroy anyone who crossed their path. According to the legend, their lair became a labyrinthine death trap, littered with the bones of adventurers who underestimated their combined wit and strength. Another tale speaks of an Ettin known as Stonebreaker, who ruled over a desolate canyon where ancient ruins lay buried beneath the earth. According to legend, Stonebreaker had a unique ability. The heads, though constantly at odds, could momentarily unite in purpose when guarding its hoard. The Ettin used its immense strength to unearth long-forgotten treasures, creating a deadly trap for treasure seekers. Those who dared venture into the canyon often fell victim to its ambushes, lured by glimpses of glittering relics left deliberately exposed as bait. To this day, the canyon is avoided, its chilling echoes of bickering voices warning all who approach. And finally, there are also rare accounts of adventurers striking uneasy truces with ettins by exploiting the disagreements between their heads. These arrangements are short-lived at best, as the ettin's chaotic nature and deep-seated mistrust inevitably drive it back to hostility. The ettin is a creature of contradictions, brutal yet cunning, vigilant yet chaotic. Its two minds may be its greatest strength or its greatest weakness, depending on the moment. Whether encountered as a terror of the wilderness or the pawn of a greater power, the ettin remains a symbol of the unpredictability and danger that lurks in the untamed corners of the world. And thus, we conclude this entry into the archives of the Seekers Society. If you've enjoyed this brief introduction to the ettin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Have you ever faced these two-headed giants in your adventures, or dared to challenge one in its lair? Share your stories in the comments, and let us know which creature you would like us to explore next. Until next time, Seekers, tread carefully, because sometimes even the simplest conflicts can become twice as dangerous.